So I'd like to introduce you to Lightning Storm, or the hidden name that he has is Toshi Ichi. This is video 3 of a single squadron. And if you missed the last ones, you'll see what I mean by single squadron. 1,500 battles, which means player has essentially been dodging, ban waves for the last, I don't know, 3-4 months. Because we all know how Gaijin loves to take care of their games and loves to be legitimate. He's like a 2-to-1 in like every vehicle he plays. But like I've said before, like people that blatantly cheat this much, you'd expect them to be like a 10-to-1 in every vehicle. But in reality, they play like someone who is good at the game and is actually blatantly cheating. And also, like I said, if you missed it before, this is the squadron in question. I'm literally going through all of their players right now and just seeing who's cheating. And some of their like commander level people are like long-running accounts, so we'll get to them in a little bit. But it's gonna be like probably 7 videos in a row if they all actually are cheating. But it just goes to show you that Gaijin doesn't even read. If we have an account, or excuse me, a training squadron that is literally saying that they're cheating, granted sarcastically, and yet they are still actively playing every patch. And this feels to me like a group of guys that all just share the accounts in question. And you can see that guy got shot in the spawn. Look where so look at the map right now, okay? This is where this is where he killed him. Look at where he's at. You're telling me Gaijin can't detect all this? Like, you've got to be joking me with how horrible of a company that can't detect simple cheating like this. I don't know. God, what's crazy is like Helldivers is a PvE game, right? And yet their anti-cheat's better because I don't remember what they use, but I think they might use easy anti-cheat. But like the cheating in that game feels like the cheating in this game, because what it is you're cheating in a game that has no bearing on like anything in game. You do it because you're an a-hole. That's what you do. You cheat in this game because you're an a-hole and you have no spine and you're a loser. And I find it hilarious. Like I said, I laugh at these guys all the time because I basically have to, because they are that bad at the game that they take 40 rounds and yet they miss 70% of their shots because they shoot at things like this and miss because they're shooting at things behind targets or hills or whatever. And they're atrociously bad. And this guy even got scouted because he's looking at things like, across the map, and he probably got scouted through everything. And he, of course, gets a nice shot on this guy. Granted, I say nice shot. He got lucky. He hit the ammo. But, like, you're telling me that a player that swaps this much never... Here's the crazy thing is, Gaijin could actually catch a lot of these guys by figuring out, like, who uses their rangefinder. And I get a lot of people are like, oh, I never use my rangefinder. There is a lot of maps you use your rangefinder on, especially a map like this. Or, even better yet, this guy is now looking at people directly through smoke. Third-personing people directly through smoke. Cannot see them at all. This is not ESS. He cannot be seen. And he's still shooting people like this through everything. Now, granted, that's a very unlucky shot, because where did the spall go? But, like, I know, like, there is easy anti-cheat setups that work, right? Easy anti-cheat is a core-level anti-cheat, and it would be able to detect stuff like this fairly easily. And the upside, that I said before, this guy is terrible. He's shot already like 10+ rounds, and he has 2 kills. So, for someone that is blatantly cheating and has a 20% accuracy, he's worse than new players. I know new players that have better accuracy than this guy. Like, think about that. He is paying for or is getting a cheat from friends, and he's blatantly doing it enough to where you can see, look at this. Oh, okay, now he's going to try to target a K-52 from 6 kilometers away. Yeah, okay, you're going to do anything on that, dude. Good luck with that, considering this round only goes, oh, I don't know, 850? Good luck with that. But you'll see what I mean. Like, these guys are doing it for the sole intention and purpose of ruining the expectation or ruining the environment for everybody else. which sucks because that would rely Gaijin to actually have a care in the world to make sure their game is running correctly. But instead, oh, let's invest, let's give you a copy-paste Vigen for $80 and not spend a little bit of our profits on an anti-cheat that actually works or that we actually care about. That's why I don't buy premiums at top tier anymore. That's why I'll never buy a premium at top tier. I think the last high tier premiums I've bought were like when they were $50, like the 040 and stuff like that. But I also didn't buy those with my own money. I sold the IS-7 for a ton of money back in the day, and you know, didn't have to spend any money on it. I haven't spent money on this game in well over 3 years because of coupons. Because if they had not introduced the market, I would have probably, people would have spent so much more money on this game. But yet the market exists, so there's that. But you know, I'm not complaining. I don't have to spend money on this game. So, but you'll see what I mean by, like, this guy is a blatant cheater, and yet he's terrible. Now, granted, that guy is a terrible shot too. I don't know how you shoot a ZTC-96 without like killing it easily, but that guy could have shot. He could have shot through the turret right there, and he got the breach. Now, granted, this guy's an idiot for driving up the hill side on to a ZTZ. So it's stupid player, stupid cheater versus stupid players. So that's generally pretty common at top tier, which it doesn't surprise anyone that cheaters are terrible as well as people are terrible at top tier. So I guarantee if you look at some of these players in here that are, I mean, I don't know, there's not a lot in this case, because if we're going to get an $80 jet, you know we're eventually going to get an $80 tank somehow or somewhere. And I don't think that it's going to be that long, because, like, granted, jets probably make way more money than tanks do in this regard, because jets are obviously more developed, or at least they're going to do, because they're probably going to do with an F-15 premium. Like, it's going to be insane that the store is, we're getting $80 premiums, whereas I'd rather learn a DCS module for $80, which I have already, because DCS is actually pretty enjoyable. But we're really forgetting the fact that Gaijin is at the point where they are selling $80 premiums so that the spam is much worse at high tier. And I bet the spam is really bad at high tier. But yeah, so I'll leave this here, because at this point I'm just rambling about how stupid it is. As always, if you have a personal question you want to leave to me, please try to follow the pinned comment below. And as always, if you have a person in I hope you have a good rest of your morning, day, evening, or night. And have a good one.